Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to tune in, as well as for your overwhelming support for subscribing, liking, and even commenting on my videos. I am truly grateful for you. My goal today and always is to provide you clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, these are just general readings, not one-to-one, so if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind, my friends. All right. This reading was created for our beautiful Scorpio friends for the month of September. However, it is a timeless reading and can resonate at any given period. As we continue to shuffle the cards, let's dive into a little bit of the astrology that could better help guide you throughout this month and the coming months. I don't know about you guys, but Mercury retrograde last month, very rocky period, and I am so glad we are moving away from that energy. The great thing about the remainder of this year is we're going to be focused on purging any toxic relationships, ideas, negative patterns, and bad habits that have been consuming us. As Uranus goes retrograde into Taurus at the beginning of September, this is the beginning of a new chapter emerging that so many of us are yearning for. During this period as well, Pluto also enters Capricorn for the final time. This is also signaling that the close of a long chapter and opening the doors to a fresh start is on its way. Now that summer is coming to a close, this is also an excellent time to develop some healthy and positive routines and going after those goals. Overall, in the world of astrology, the key message for the month of September is a fresh start and the ability to set the trajectory of your life in the direction in which you choose. All right, my friends. First card that flipped through was Unleash Your Kindest Self and Find a Balance. You know, it's funny. For so many of the readings, it kind of starts out with this pie chart that's kind of like all over the place. And the pie chart is basically a symbol for me, and it shows me how it's divided, how your life is divided, what areas you're putting more focus on, and what areas are lacking, right? And more often than not, self-love is really lacking for many of you. You're taking the time and attention to, handle your business needs, your family's needs, but you're kind of putting yourself off to the wayside. But I see that kind of changing here for the rest of the year. You're going to find pockets and moments of time to allow yourself the ability to kind of do things for yourself and take care of yourself. So it's very refreshing what's coming because, again, that's been so lacking the first part of this year. Let's draw the final card. Know you are loved. So a secondary message, which has been the forefront for so many of our readings here this month so far, is this unworthiness feeling kind of floating around and kind of taking you into patterns and negativity in your mind and in your life that you really don't need to go down. It's okay to do stuff for yourself. It's okay for you to enjoy things in life. You're not supposed to cut all that out and just work, and no play. Allow yourself the balance. If you do X, Y, Z, be proud of yourself for getting this accomplished. It's showing me some of you folks outside in a garden doing some lawn work, yard work, that sort of thing. Kind of cleaning things up in your life, all right? And this is, they're letting me know this is twofold. You're not only cleaning up the exterior, okay, the physical aspects, whether cleaning your home, spring cleaning, if you will, purging things that, no longer serve you, kind of making room for the new. But they're also showing me the physical aspect. You're taking the time to get your body moving, is what they're showing me. For some of you, that's, you've kind of been a bit of a workhorse, working 10, 12 hours a day. And let's face it, after a day like that, you just want to go sit on the couch, and watch some TV and kind of zone out and just kind of decompress. You're learning to kind of edit this a little bit, okay? Are there things at work that you can delegate? Are there tasks here that don't necessarily belong to you, that maybe just need to be directed, all right, to where you can have more of a work-life balance, to where you don't feel completely spent after a day? When you get off work, let's say you work, your typical Monday through Friday type job, and they're showing me some of you working Saturdays and Sundays, split shifts and things like that. They're showing overall that you're actually going to be focused on finding a better balance for your life. And the remainder of this year is looking much more upbeat, okay, than what you've been experiencing so far. So that in itself is very exciting, because you're taking care of you. Unleash your kindest self and know you are loved. I'm not saying that you all are having like a pity party or anything like that, because I don't feel that deep of an energy where you can't get yourself out of it. It's more like you kind of question folks sometimes in your life. Like, wow, do they really have my best interest? Do they really care about me? And then I think everybody goes through that to some degree. Know that the people that check on you and that are surrounding you, and people that you don't play games with, and that you're your authentic and true self, they absolutely love you and they're in your corner. And you can feel that, and you know that. You've just kind of been through a little bit of it as of recent, right? And I think this also could be coming from some situations that have occurred within your family unit, within your friend unit, that haven't gone so well, just some shaky times, if you will. So you tend to question, if these folks are really with you in the long haul. And the answer is yes. Okay? You've got, a core group that absolutely loves you. It doesn't need to be 10, 20 people. It can be 1 or 2 people, right? And as long as they are by your side and you have good and healthy relationships with them, you'll remain intact, okay? And you'll start feeling a little bit better. Thankfully, it doesn't seem as deep as it has in the past for you. The 4 of Cups that we just drew as a clarifier, that's mimicking that kind of feeling, just kind of the feeling down a little bit. You've kind of been in your own feelings a little bit, and that's okay. That you're allowed to feel that. But I will tell you this: in relation to the astrology that we're talking about earlier, it's in alignment with this. You're kind of purging maybe folks that you kind of chat with every now and again, and it really doesn't leave you feeling great when you do kind of connect with them. You're kind of starting to realize that let's just leave that behind. That doesn't serve me any longer. It puts me in a little bit of a funk when I do connect with them, right? Know the difference between those folks, okay, and the people that truly love you and support you. And give to those who deserve. Do you understand? If you know somebody really loves you and has your best interest, unleash your kind of self. Give them what these others that you've been giving deserve, okay? They deserve it, okay? They've been by your side. These other folks that are more fleeting, if you will, that's the word that Spirit is using. Let's let them go, all right? Let's let them kind of drain someone else's energy, if you will, okay? Let's go ahead and pull some more clarifiers. Overall, Scorpio, I have to tell you, I know we've been through it here the last few months. The summer was kind of tough. You were already kind of working through some of that toxicity, getting rid of it, forming a more healthier balance and lifestyle for yourself. And I really feel like you're coming out of it in September, October, November, okay? The rest of this year just feels really, really good and positive for you. Something I haven't felt for you all in some time. So this makes me so, so very happy. All right, let's take a look and see what we have. So while moving away from this energy, this just kind of purging what no longer serves you, kind of get rid of that. You're taking the time to really do a bit of a review of your life, okay? Whether this be kind of a review of the relationships that you've been in, you're starting to see some connections. Oftentimes we enter relationships, friendships, even situations with family members, and it's a repeating pattern, and it's a pattern that you can't seem to break. You go into the same pattern with the next person, and so on. You're being kind of astute, is what they're sharing with me, Scorpio. You're looking at the relationships. All right, you're doing some meditation and some contemplation. And you know that by handling yourself a little bit differently with these kinds of folks, all right, and not wasting so much time on these kinds of folks and focusing on these, the ones that really love you and that matter, all right, and that want the best for you and that, are concerned about you and worry about you and all that, you're realizing that you could have a much healthier balance internally and physically, okay? It's kind of like you're coming into your own, if that makes sense. Like a new layer of my Scorpios are evolving. Like a better version of yourself is emerging, right? You're feeling a little more free than you have. I want to make sure you guys can see these. Page of Wands. There is a lighter energy about you, okay? And these coming months. You're going to take the time to enjoy yourself. And they're showing me a little bit of throwing caution to the wind and just doing some beautiful things for yourself, okay? You're standing in your power. You are your own boss, right? While there have been times in your life you've kind of let others dictate the path that you take, or you've taken an unhealthy road, okay, that hasn't served you and kind of taken you down a bit of a rabbit hole, things are changing, all right? You're standing in your power, you're realizing your worth, and you're moving from that. In doing that, you're going to be doing some work, okay? Working on yourself. And this is lifelong, but there are periods in your life where you find yourself doing more work on yourself in a positive momentum than others. This is kind of like a door that's kind of opening for you these next few months, where the transition and the work and thinking it through and putting it all together and having it make sense is going to come a little easier to you. And this feels a little vague for me. I don't really understand what's going on. So hopefully this message is spot on for some of you in understanding the trajectory in which your life is taking. And in doing that, you're going to have healthier and stronger relationships coming your way, right? You're going to have more options in your life. You're going to see things to start to unfold, right? And you're kind of going to be proud of yourself. That's what I see in this vision. I see an individual who's looking at themselves like saying, wow, look how far I've come. Look at everything I've been through. And I'm finally healthy and strong enough to leave this crap, okay, in the past and start taking care of myself, okay, and focusing on the things that really matter and the people that matter. And in doing that, that low energy that you've been feeling, the, hey, I just want to sit on the couch and do nothing feeling, all that is lifting. All that is lifting because you're giving yourself, it's like another chapter in your life is unfolding. And you're giving me the feeling that for so long, you've been just trying to get through day to day, like go to work, come home, just get done what you need to get done, your responsibilities, families, friends, things of that nature, getting those done. It's kind of like you're in a little bit of a robot routine mode, but you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. And that's going to start with the reflection and the purging of what no longer serves you. You're going to be a lot more free. Like I'm just feeling this light, airy energy that I have not felt for you in so long, Scorpio. And it feels so good. And I'm so glad we're moving towards this. Okay. You deserve this. All right. You're an awesome, awesome person. And you know it. Okay. And you know it. All right. We are going to draw one final card, the Spirit Animal Oracle card, to leave you with. And they're highlighting, just so you know, while I'm shuffling, they're highlighting the month of November. So there is a key, it looks like a key movement in the piece of this puzzle that's really going to happen in the month of November. So keep an eye on that. Drop me a note in the next few months there when it comes your way. For some of you, it will happen sooner. For some of you, it will happen later. It all depends on when you put this into motion. Okay? But November is a key month. Your animal card is giraffe. Reflection. What? Reflection. We were just talking about that. If you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully, right? Examining the past, examining what no longer serves you, getting rid of it, and getting to this energy. All right, my beautiful Scorpion friends, thank you so much for being with me here today, and I'll see you soon.